So today in the land of dead cells, the merry, merry land of peace and happiness, we have Slimy. Slimy is submitting a bullet hell build. Is repeater crossbow, Hokuto bow in the backpack, double crossbow-matic, okay, and a heavy turret. And then there's some mandatory mutations that could be chosen here, and it's support and Barb tips. It's not bad, not bad. So Barb tips, as you all know, is pretty strong. Might be kind of a use it before it's gone kind of scenario. Hey everybody, just a super quick interruption. According to YouTube, only about a third of you are actually subscribed. If you do like this video, consider subscribing. And of course, you can always unsubscribe later. Either way, enjoy the rest of the vid. This is gonna be tactics, as you all can imagine. Barb tips is a tactics mutation. It's probably good. Alright. Let's come down here. Double purple. I was about to say I can't break it. I'm trying to get the money. Yeah, so I definitely hope you all are enjoying the viewer builds. It has been a little while since we've done just a standard normal game. And the reason why is we just have so many cool ideas coming from the viewers. Certainly a lot more than I do. Like, the amount of creativity I've seen from these viewer builds have been, bar none, incredible. I was actually thinking that Barb tips with repeater crossbow should be really, really good. Reason why is you get basically 3 bullets on your triangle button, and like anything that's just flying around might just straight up die to triangle. Like these 2 rats, even though they died anyway. Oops. It's just damage up the wazoo. Never before seen levels of damage just coming out. Is Barb tips S tier? It's not used in every single ranged build, I should say that. But the ranged builds that get use out of it are like really, really strong. It's a straight up buff to Sonic Carbine. And maybe like that alone is enough to say, oh yeah, maybe it is an S rank. If anything could buff Sonic Carbine, it's gotta be an S tier. Okay, so we're gonna get the acrobatic back now. Barb tips may have been the better choice, but I kind of want to see with the Hokuto. Might be kind of cool. Putting 1 bullet into something with a Hokuto activates the damage. Oh wow, I almost got hit by that. Wow, I just shot it off the ledge. It's pretty good. Does the pierce make repeater Barb tips not work? It does, because the pierce... This is actually a really good question. So the pierce only fires like phantom bullets. Everything past the first monster, you're gonna see the little blue bullet that flies out? Those aren't real arrows. As long as it actually has ammo to it, it should stick. Will this kill a bat? Yeah, okay. And then you combine that with Barb tips, and you probably don't need to actually press square on bats. Maybe. I know I'm gonna get destroyed by a bat later. It's gonna be famous last words for sure. I should have killed that bat when I had the chance. Really surprised I didn't get hit by the laser. Thank you, game. Flaming Trail Hokuto in the backpack. Flaming Trail Heavy Turret. Interesting, interesting. Okay, it's not half bad. It's not the same as a poison on hit, but I'll take that. Turret was not better only because I think I would keep the Hokuto long term for the fire application. Like, we don't really have a good fire source in this build. But if I found a poison on hit Hokuto, I might swap to that instead. That's why we took the Flaming Trail Hokuto. So we still have to be careful. Map is still awful. And there are crabs. I want to make sure that we always have the Hokuto prepped. Something spawned. Okay, I'd rather fight this, to be honest. Nice. All right. Now we can play just like we normally do. With no care in the world. Just jumping into birds, rats, bombardiers, queen bee. Let me show you all the Barb tips. So you do the triangle, and there's red 46s that are flying off. The red 46s is Barb's tips damage. It's kind of hard to see because the monsters are just kind of dying. There, maybe. It's a lot of numbers. But trust me, it's there. That's a legendary heavy turret. That's really convenient. Wow. I dodge rolled in and canceled it like immediately. Double heavy. Is it real? It's Flaming Trail again. Mm-hmm. Double heavy. 15% and shots pierce. It's weird that this has like no affixes to it. Double damage. Poisons the enemy. That's actually not that great, but we'll take it. Get ourselves Gastro. And then I think we'll be good. So I am indeed going to start putting points in green for all of my off-color scrolls. I'm still not super sure, like, if that's the smart thing to do. Because there's death at the same time. Like, you have no health when you decide to do that. So we're getting our health back, which is really nice. Thank you, Gastro. Tier S mutation, by the way. Yeah, 2BC is supposed to be easier thanks to this update I'm playing right now. I'd say like damage and stuff, it's all the same. What they basically did was they added another health flask. So that's where stuff is gonna be a little easier. Hello. Of course, this has to go. So the shield bearer, I'm not sure if you all saw that. The shield bearer was actually blocking my shots. I should have taken that from hitting the mushroom. So if I just stood there shooting, I would have taken the hit and gotten like massively hurt. 8 tips for the Malaise for a new player. I really recommend killing everything that you see, especially elites. I know there's some elites that are very scary. Maybe you don't even want to dream about it. Probably not safe for life. But I think there is a world where on the new Malaise, you probably want to kill every elite you see. I actually let some elites transform. The bar actually goes down when you let the monster transform, which is pretty nice. Okay, Toxic Cloud, root damage, Groot damage. It's good enough for now. How's Purple Repeater with Barb tips? So we're just now gonna see it against our first boss. Conjunctivious, one of our favorite bosses, to be honest. I can't stand here because the Malaise is ticking. Ideally, I want to put the turrets on top. Oh, look how the turrets aren't doing anything. Wow. Did I do damage? Oh my, the heavy turret actually ruined the entire thing. Are you kidding me? I didn't even get a chance. Is that my fault? Is that get good? I feel like I wasn't allowed. I guess I should know better. Okay. So, Repeater Crossbow still probably the best item in the game for killing Conjunctivious. If you still need your no hit, definitely try Repeater. I don't even think you need Barb tips for it. Support, Barb tips, Acrobatic Pack. Am I playing customs? Yes, we have the icon right here, and that's only because we're on a viewer build today. Usually, I do not play customs if I'm not doing a viewer build. You just realized you never got a tactics win in Dead Cells. Depending on how this build goes, you might have a really good option right here, especially when you use Barb tips. Maybe it's even like, oh, maybe I just use Barb tips and get my tactics win real quick before it gets nerfed. Having a chat to talk to makes streaming better. This is where it gets like kind of next level. There are a lot of people who would tell you that, you know, stream for fun, stream and talk always as if someone's there. And I agree with that, like 100%. There's another scenario where like streaming and also having like the person on the other end is a little bit of a double dip. Like double dip of the endorphins. What's the pleasure hormone or whatever? Dopamine. I feel like I have a bottle of dopamine in the bathroom. Isn't that the anti-nausea? Serotonin and dopamine. I mean, you shouldn't be using both, right? Seems that sounds a little deadly. Anyway, point is, people will say like do stuff for fun, but having like everything work at the same time, and work is like a strong word to use, I guess, but having all of that stuff is essentially like better than not sometimes. Even thinking about like YouTube vids, even like Twitch streams. So a good example, Nova Drift. Someone just asked, hey, what happened to the space shooter game? That looked fun. It had beats, cat jams. Like, how could you not play that? And it's like, well, you know, if it did well from, you know, a Twitch standpoint, then that's great. Like, I wouldn't mind revisiting it. Game's awesome. And if I could, you know, double dip by having both a fun game and it does well, like, yeah, I'm guaranteed I'm going back. Good question, though. Actually, I don't even think that was a question. I think I just spoke. So our goal is to come out of this map with like all rank 12 weapons. And we'll see. If that doesn't kill the Scarecrow, I have no idea what will. Like, we may as well just pack it up. If we can't kill Scarecrow like this, then I'm gonna be big sad. Yeah, that's transforming. We're gonna let it transform. Watch the Malaise. I'm above 3. Now we're below 3. So remember, someone was asking for tips for the Malaise. That's one of them. If the monster isn't annoying, let it transform if you can help it. Well, that hurt. Kinda hurted. You thought the new Malaise was easier. But yeah, the spawning monsters is almost like the entire Malaise bar. Like, of all the stuff, even thinking about like extra damage taken and monsters teleporting, monsters spawning is very real. And it's just more noticeable than the old Malaise. Like, the fact that a barrel just showed up in my face right there is infinitely more than we've seen from the old Malaise. Oh, that was a good double crossbow. Spreads oil. Oh, but we lost our fire source, right? The heavy turret is a fire source. Think we do this, guaranteed. Aniki. Friend. I think that's what Aniki is, right? Aniki is older brother. Ah. See, we're learning. Every day we're learning. In Dead Cells, still, to this day. So if they ever make a brother, a brother weapon in Dead Cells, and they call it Aniki, Aniki sword, we'll know. Thank you, chat. Yeah, bonus damage to poison, poison around the trap. So that's perfect. All right, 57K. I have plenty of money. Come on. No. Oh, that didn't take too much time at all. The game knows. Winnable. Now, the only issue here is I have no survival, like, mutations. I have no disengage, no emergency triage. We're going into here with pure damage. We got a snare, and we have to pray that the snare actually does something. I'm excited. My heart's pumping. No hit or death. Not bad, not bad. It's not gonna get in the poison. It did. Oh my god, I shouldn't have swung. I should not have swung. I should have continued dodging. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay, so we learned. We learned a couple of things here. First off, it doesn't get snared by repeater. After that, Barb tips and you're just using triangle over and over again. Yeah, you don't even need to snare it. You just walk around and do this and dodge, and eventually it's gonna die. Pierce all, burning oil damage, spreads oil. That's really cool, but we're not gonna take it. That was actually kind of sick. Maybe root grenade would? I haven't tried it. That's where, like, you kind of wish we had a boss rush or something like that, so you could see exactly what weapons do what. Root grenade has to snare. I was gonna say that about repeater, the AK. We do have to go through the biome, unfortunately. And I will use the health pot because really no reason not to. Does this kill? Ooh. This is nasty. Shotgun who? Heavy shotgun in 2021? Imagine pressing square? Yeah. Is this how Slimy envisioned the build? That's what we need to know. Maybe Slimy was in the war room like, okay. I ran the numbers, V. You don't have to play anything else. Just play this. Press triangle. Win the game. Why do you need to go distillery? And obviously, Vijay might have a different answer to that. But some of the best blueprints in the game drop in that place. And the map looks cool. When you think about like some of your favorite level designs, people may talk about Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild. People may talk about Dark Souls. Distillery, though, that's got some level design. Crap. Wait, how did that die? It had the shield in it. Yeah, this is some gameplay right here. This is Slimy. Slimy is the viewer. The viewer knows the builds, I don't. I just don't. I don't got it like the viewers do. All I gotta do is perform. Pilot. I think I like the word pilot better than perform. Perform makes you seem like you're doing tricks on camera, and we're not. I'm not doing any tricks at all. I'm piloting the viewer's build. That's all. I'm like a Gundam pilot right now. The new type with the Gundam. What's some of that new age stuff? That Zoomer stuff. The unicorn. Is that like Zoomer Gundam? I think that's not fair to say. I think that's actually a good anime. Right. Hand of the King doesn't really care about repeater crossbow, to be perfectly honest. Like, remember, Hand of the King has that shield that blocks bullets. He will actually block the entire volley of repeater crossbow. But Slimy called this build the bullet hell build. Maybe he doesn't have enough shields to block all of them. And if that's true, then we're chilling. But if not, this might be a struggle. All right, let's get in here. I'm getting hungry too. But definitely, like, hunger has nothing to do with the win or loss here. We're fine. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I saw damage. Did you all see damage or no? My turrets. Where's Slimy at? Somebody mod this person. Any viewer build that gets a no-hit gets modded. Okay. Huh. All right, let's see what we got. Legendary double crossbow matic. Covers the ground with oil that burns. Bonus damage while you're near it. This thing does nothing. What? Flaming trail, poison damage, and root damage? Maybe we do keep that? Little double-double? Triple-double? We in there. Ed, following the channel, welcome. They coming back? Oh, you know it. Right into the shoddy. Triple purple. All right, that's a little upgrade. Not bad, not bad. If you jump into lightning on purpose, I will donate. Wow, I could have gotten hit there. Yeah, there's a lot of funny ways that the viewer can interact with the streamer. I don't know if that's one of them. I like the hustle though. Appreciate it. Respect it. Is it possible to get 36 this run? Nah. This game never gives me stats. Only pro players get stats when they play. For some reason, I'm always at like 32, 34. So I never play games modded. Not to say that I have any issue with it, but like there's a fantasy out there of doing, did insane damage, devs react to highest damage possible in Dead Cells. Like there is a fantasy of doing something like that, where you basically mod a run so that every scroll is a power scroll. Just to see like what does the highest number look like. Dealing ridiculous damage like it's nothing in Dead Cells. And it has the shocked face and the damage number above. Fantasy. How do we make that a reality? The other test, sometimes when we have a decent looking build, I like to fight these straight up. I'd say overall, don't do that. Just drag them into the lightning. But don't worry about it. I will go up there and fight the monsters for you. Okay, so final build. We're keeping the same mutations. This is just as Slimy envisioned it. I'm gonna re-roll it just a couple of times. Okay, we got poison, which is probably better, and stun damage. So we'll just leave it at this. All right, final boss. The only boss that matters. Well, really, we got the no-hit on Hand of the King. I'm actually happy with what goes on after this. If there's a death, it's okay. We did the thing. I'm excited. Chin up, says Murtaza. Back again for the medicine. This boss is really annoying with roots, because sometimes you don't know when he's gonna break out of the root. The group. Oh my, I did the other roll. I swear I did. I'm telling you, chat. I promise you I did the other roll. I should have gone up the wall. Barb tips, by the way, very broken in this fight. I hate this fight so much. Every time we come in here, look at this. That's not supposed to be how that fight works. You're not supposed to be able to get the actual chug, the slurp juice, until later. So that's Barb tips. Like, that didn't exist before Barb tips. That's a boss right there. That's a boss. Y'all never seen this boss before. Where would you be without me? I'd still have my V-Bucks because I was a yay. That was so clean. But as I said, you all have to rate the build. Remember, 0 out of 10, 0 being that this is just junk. Like, you wouldn't buy this at a pawnbroker, Pawn Stars, Storage Wars. You wouldn't buy this at Storage Wars if it was free. Like, they give this away. I know a scam when I see one. Or a 10 out of 10, where it's like, this is where the guys with the glasses and the shades in Storage Wars, like, yep, 9, yep. 10, yep. Give me 11, yep. That's what this build is.